Gotta open it first.
Yeah, whenever you're ready, Konani.
Okay.
You recording?
Yeah.
Alright. Yes, first thing you're gonna do when you go into the in-cab, the examiner's gonna tell you, okay, whenever you're ready, you can start your in-cab test. You're gonna tell them first thing I wanna do my 3-step air brake test. First thing I'm gonna start the engine and build up pressure all the way to the cutout, which is 130. So clutch in, safe start. Okay, you're gonna build up pressure all the way up to 130. You're telling the cut in is at 100, the cutout is at 130. So now the PSI is reading at 90, so it's gonna rev it up to a T converge. Test, we're gonna have the parking brakes engaged because that's what they want. Okay, phobia, you can tell your primary needle is orange, secondary needle is white. Primary and secondary needle is reading at 130 psi, therefore everything's at full. Clutch in, turn them off. I'm gonna turn the key back to the on position. So right now you're gonna tell them you're gonna release both brakes to check for any leaks. You're gonna wait until everything stops, the thing comes silent, the cab comes silent. It's gonna take a while. Okay, so once the needle settles and everything, should be right now. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna start my first test, which is apply pressure test. To do this, I'm gonna apply full pressure to the brake pedal for 1 minute. Within that 1 minute, I shouldn't lose no more than 4 psi. Press on the brake. Okay, my primary and secondary needle is reading at 85 psi, and my minute starts now. Okay, once your minute is up, okay, my minute is up. Primary and secondary needle is still reading at 85 psi. Therefore, I have no leaks. I'll be releasing my brake now. So, next test I'm gonna do is my low air warning light and buzzer test. To do this test, I'm gonna fan on the brakes till the low air warning light and buzzer comes on. Should come on before 60 psi. The beginning test now. Yeah, my low air warning light and buzzer came on. My primary needle is reading at 60. My secondary needle is reading at 65 psi. Next test I'm gonna do is my emergency spring brake test. To do this test, I'll continue fanning the brakes till both valves pop out. Both valves should pop out between 20 and 40 psi. So I'm beginning my test now. Yeah, both valves popped out. My primary and secondary needle is reading at 30 psi. Next, you're gonna shut off the key. I'm gonna tell them, okay, now I want to start my safety equipment. My fuse box is located underneath the dash. I have 1 spare fuse, 1 for every color and amperage on the dashboard. Next, I have my extinguisher located behind my driver's seat. Checking my safety pin, making sure it's not cracked and missing and it's properly secured. Checking the gauge, making sure the needle reads in the green, that means it's fully charged. Checking the mounting brackets, making sure no cracks, no bends, no loose missing nuts and bolts, and it's properly secured. Checking the classification, it's a 3A 40BC classification fire extinguisher. And I'm checking my tag, making sure it's current and up to date. Next, I have my triangles located underneath my back seat. I have a minimum of 3. Checking the reflective lens, make sure it's not cracked or missing, properly secured. And checking the base, making sure it's not cracked or leaking any sand. Next, I got my seatbelt, looking for no cuts, cracks, tears, or frays. Make sure it latches and unlatches. Checking the mounting brackets, I have 3, 1 on each side of the seat, 1 on the wall. Make sure it's not cracked, not bent, no loose missing nuts and bolts, and it's properly secured. Next thing I have is my windshield. Checking for no cracks, pits, and it's clean. Checking for no illegal stickers. Only sticker should have is the safety inspection located on the bottom right hand corner. Checking the rubber seal around the windshield for no cracks, no leaks, and it's properly secured. Checking my wiper blades, make sure it's not cracked, not missing, properly secured. Checking my wiper arm, making sure no cracks, bends, no illegal welds, no loose missing nuts and bolts and springs, and it's properly secured with proper attention to the windshield. Next, checking is my mirrors, making sure they're adjusted to me. Checking all my windows the same as I check the windshield. Next thing you're gonna tell them is your ABS lights. You have 3, 2 on the dash, 1 on the trailer. Things should come on and off within 2 to 5 seconds after turning the key to the on position. So you're gonna turn the key on, you're gonna see, you're gonna get the lower warning light and buzzer keep beeping. You just don't mind it. So you're telling them you turn the key to the on position. ABS lights on, ABS lights off. Next thing you have is voltmeter. Check your voltmeter, making sure the needle reads in the green between 12 and 15. The needle is reading at 12 volts right now. Then you're gonna tell them you're gonna check your oil light and buzzer. To do that, you're gonna start the engine. The oil light and buzzer should come on and off within 2 to 5 seconds. Clutch in, safe start. Okay, oil light on, oil light off. Next I'll be checking is my oil pressure. It's reading at 30 psi. Checking my water temperature, it's reading at 160 degrees. Checking my voltmeter, it's reading at 13 volts. Next I'm gonna check is my headlights, clearance lights, high beam, low beam, left turn signal, right turn signal, forward flasher, all working. Checking my wipers. Wipers work, only defect, no more washer fluid. Next I'm gonna check is my electric horn, air horn, works. Checking my heater defroster, on, mix, hot, defroster works, heater works. Next thing I'm gonna do is just I'm gonna build pressure to at least 100 psi to do my parking and service brake test. So I just rev up the engine. So this could be a time where you think to yourself, if you got anything, then you can see it right now. But if not, then you can just fucking build up the pressure. Shit, tell on. My primary and secondary needle is reading at 100 psi. My parking brake test, first brake I'm going to test my tractor brake. I'm going to use my trailer brake. Put it to a low for a gear. I'm going to let off the clutch. Feel it grab. Okay, my tractor brake works. Next I'm gonna test my trailer. Release my trailer, release my tractor, put into a low forward gear, let off the clutch so I feel it grab. And trailer brake works. Next to my service, release both tractor and trailer brakes, put into a low forward gear, let off the clutch, let it roll. I'm gonna clutch in and hit the brake. With no hands on the wheel, I'm checking my steering wheel, making sure if it moves left or right. If it does, that means the out of alignment needs adjustment. That's it.